I think if he doesn't know yet, he's a big part of my life.
Obviously, something I'm really passionate about, being able to do something that I feel like my dad was passionate about and keeping his legacy alive.
We had teachers being kidnapped, students being kidnapped, and you head to school having in mind that anything could happen to you. So I had to choose between my life or my education.
And I think that just seeing, how hard he fights through everything, to be able to be here, still continue to fight for his dreams, no matter what the situation is something that everyone can learn from. I'm proud of you, man. Keep going.
Thanks.
I know it's hard, but you keep on fighting, that's the most important. And hey, us Cameroonians, we have to keep doing that. We got to keep fighting. And like I said, just don't give up and just keep on going.
Cedrick Tahmo was an aspiring computer sciences student at the University of Bamenda in his native Cameroon, when what is known as the Anglophone crisis brought an abrupt end to his studies in 2019.
Cameroonians now identified as English or French. And language is not just speaking, it's a culture. So the cultural differences, and that was kind of the root of the hatred. And so the English people felt marginalized.
It's tough. It's tough. I think for us, obviously, Cameroon being known as a country that's, peaceful and there's a lot of peace. So just to know that there's just unrest and things not going well, obviously, people getting hurt, it always hurts. And just knowing that, sometimes you feel helpless.
It led to violence, and so people lost their lives. For me, the most difficult thing that I think marked me from that is my grandmom. She was in one of those regions. Well, some people were attacking around the area. And since she was old and could not run away, she just took her chair and sat in front of her house, just waiting for whatever would happen.
With an untenable situation escalating at home, Cedrick and his family fled Cameroon, each with different destinations. Cedrick, in particular, took an offbeat path to continue his studies in St. John at the University of New Brunswick.
Canada in general was maybe this could be the next move. But I was looking for somewhere affordable, and I did a lot of research on St. John. It was, first of all, English and French, which I really liked. And I think that the integration part of it before coming here was one of my main drivers. I imagined that it would be good. Yeah, it would be easy to integrate, and it has been the case.
It's moments like that with students that impress you. When a student has been facing adversity, and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? Yes, I had to leave school. Yes, I had to go and support my family. But at some point, you have to make the hard call that without that education, I'm cutting my future off. And so a student like Cedrick who comes here to get that education he knows he can earn, he knows he deserves, and get the future that he is capable of having, he impressed me even more.
So when I got here, that was in December. It was minus 17 or something, and I've never felt anything like that. It was really cold. But at the same time, I was filled with optimism because it was the start of a new journey for me, and I was just happy to be here. I remember looking outside of the car and looking at the lights, looking at the city. Just even in the plane, just looking down on St. John and being like, okay, this is the next step for me.
The financial realities of his move were a heavy burden for Cedrick as he juggled a course load while working to make ends meet. In a unique partnership, the former Premier of New Brunswick, the University of New Brunswick, and fellow countryman Pascal Siakam would leave an indelible impact on Cedrick.
Pascal had the opportunity to have lunch with one of our key stakeholders and benefactors, Frank McKenna, former Premier and Ambassador to the States. They had lunch together. Frank was able to share the vision of the McKenna Institute, and I think they had a meeting of the minds about the importance of investing in people's education. And so that was the beginning of what is turning out to be a wonderful partnership.
Obviously something I'm really passionate about, and just giving them an opportunity to, do things that they probably wouldn't be able to do before. And I think that scholarship program, when it came up to me, just being able to, obviously being outside of Toronto, which is in New Brunswick, and being able to have an opportunity to help kids from Cameroon. Like, to me, that was like the main thing. Like, it's super awesome. I'm excited about the program, and yeah, I'm just proud of what we've been able to do.
I was shocked because I know Pascal has no business to do in St. John. It was a big deal for me, my family, to know that someone like him would even want to give back to his community, because it's awfully specific. When you speak about this scholarship with people, they're like, oh, do you know him? I'm like, no. Why would he choose St. John? Why would he choose the year in which you're in? Why only Cameroonians? I'm like, I heard about it the same way I'm telling you.
And I had a conversation with Cedrick. Why are you leaving class early? And he was a little embarrassed to say that he has to earn money. And I'm like, no, you have to earn money. And so just make sure that you know what you're missing. And I try to make sure that I'm here to help educate my students. I don't want to punish them. My only goal is at the end of the term to see them pass and succeed.
It's impacted me a lot. It takes off the stress of having to think about working extra hours and so on. Because to be honest, I was on the brink of getting a second job to just keep up with stuff. But it has given me more time to study and take care of what I need to take care of.
I really want to appreciate the scholarship.
Oh, no problem. I mean, I'm glad.
It went a long way to help me out.
Yeah.
We international students, the tuition is
I was in college. I know everything, so
fair enough.
Just being able to see that, I just hope you take advantage of it. I'm just happy I can help. To be honest,
I really appreciate it.
Look, there's no downsides. It's great to have somebody of his stature and, as a role model and as a leader, that he's supporting young people from Cameroon in education and digital futures. We think it's terrific. So for UNB, it's great to have the opportunity to align with his vision and our visions together about investing in young people in their future.
I think my dad was always big on education. He always believed that every kid deserves an education, and also that there's a lot of things that you can do in life. They might go away, but your education is that one thing that sticks. And I just always felt that would be my mission, to continue that legacy and make sure that I give kids an opportunity to dream bigger. Because I think they are the future of everything. You get to see your family a little bit?
Once in a while. I saw my mom last year with my sister. Before that, it was 2 years.
I know those things. I spent I was in college.
Yeah.
I think I spent I don't know how long, probably 7 years without going back home, without seeing with my mom. It's pretty crazy. So I really get that. That's what happens when you have to go overseas. You have to go and help your family, so you got to go out there, be brave, and do all that. So, yeah, man. Congrats, like I said.
Thanks a lot.
Just wanted to meet you. Again, just making sure that you know that I appreciate you also, and I see your work, and I see everything that you do. So, yeah, keep on going.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah?
I really appreciate it.
My
You will
guy.
come now, taking your time to...
Yeah, no.
I think if he doesn't know yet, he's a big part of my life now. His contribution has stood out to me. It means a lot to me. He has helped me out in a way I didn't even imagine anyone would. So, thank you, Pascal.